We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Side Scrollers. I thought Blabs was hosting, but apparently I am. Blabs, would you like to come in?
Wait, I'm confused. We're doing exactly what we were doing last time.
No,
Yes!
we literally just said you're hosting.
You are doing this part. You always do this part.
Anyway, welcome to Side Scrollers. We got a fantastic show today. Craig, as you can see, unfortunately died, and we actually knew about this yesterday. I mean, it was foretold that he'd be dead today, and it turns out, sadly, it is true. But we've got a hell of a show today. But before we do that, though, how are you doing?
I'm good. I got everything ready to go before 10 a.m. I'm on firepower, and I got you drinking yogurt. I'm happy.
Ooh, what kind of flavor is
breakfast,
that?
So
I had bacon and your little drink. Oh my lord! This
and
is
I
what
had 2 espressos.
Wow. Okay. Wow. 2 espressos. That's a lot more than we discussed. All right. A lot of news today. Anyway.
I didn't know I had discussed my shots with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of someone who loves shots, and usually at minorities, let's introduce resident racist to the. There she is.
That's me. Hi, everyone.
She throws impression grenades at the nearest minority.
Don't tell them all my secrets. God, Blabs. Okay? Some things have to stay off the internet. Since Craig isn't here today, I'm going to talk shit about him really quickly.
Yes,
I was
please, my favorite thing.
I was tagged on Twitter and notified by Jay Bordeaux. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce French. I know I'm Canadian, but I'm really bad at this. Jay Bordeaux. That Craig is a Sonic R hater. And so now I hate Craig. And I just want that to be known. And I'm specifically taking the opportunity he's not here, so he can't talk back to me.
Perfect. Should we send him a Sonic Chip medallion? Or is that too far?
No, I don't wish it on anyone.
I want one. I definitely want one.
No.
I'll have you know, Kay, that Sonic R is like one of my top faves. I love that game to death.
It's like one of the best Sonic soundtracks ever. It's incredible. And Sonic actually runs in it. It's not like the kart racers where it's like, why are you gimping yourself and in a car? Sonic R is amazing. I don't even know if it's true if he hates it. I was told he hates it. And so I'm believing the internet because the internet never lies. Screw you, Craig.
Well, speaking of screwing Craig, let's bring in our other guest, Blab. Let's just bring him in. Let's just start this show. Let's just go.
You know what? Maybe you should just keep doing that because for some reason Plus is not working. So I'm gonna go and see why that's not working.
Okay, we're gonna bring in everybody here. Where? Okay, there we go.
You can press the buttons. I believe in you.
I did it. Hi, everybody.
Bonjour.
Salut, comment ça va?
Everything's going great, and this is in no way, shape, or form a complete shit show.
No, don't
How are
worry.
you all doing today?
I have no frame of reference for what Sonic R is, so I'm going to choose to believe that is some form of Sonic rape fantasy.
That's exactly it. That's 100% it.
100% accurate, yeah. And I'm
It's
really
press
offended
X
that he
to
doesn't like it.
press X to grape over and over again. Now you can
Well, I'm
have her
assuming you
fast to
press
do it.
X to run faster to catch them first, because otherwise it wouldn't be Sonic.
And then he turns into the little blue ball and knocks him on the head that way.
Yeah,
Pins
and then you have to
them
make sure
down.
they don't escape. That's the tricky part. Once you get them, they always like to run away. Got to catch them again.
And the rings are like handcuffs.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
I need to grab the run sheet, Blevs. 1 second.
So much for me getting you prepped yesterday. All right, there
Again,
it
I
is in
thought I
private
wasn't
chat.
hosting today.
Okay, so I'm not sure why Plus is not working right now. Everything is set up correctly. I'm double checking it, and yet it's just not coming through on Plus. I don't know what's happening over on Plus, guys. I have no idea. So that being said, if you are on Plus right now, you know, go somewhere else because it's not working.
All right. Well, today, since Craig is absent and dead, today direct donos will be read tomorrow. And I believe Craig has that paused, hopefully, until tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know about that, chat. So just in case we can't hear it, because remember yesterday he said he was going to pause everything. So in case we cannot hear it, guys, don't send any direct donos because we won't be able to read them until tomorrow. So, and again, if over on Plus, I'm sorry, guys, it's not working. I don't know what's happened. So please go to Kick,
And
YouTube, Rumble.
And should you do any voice to speech there, that thing, that speech to chat thing?
Yeah, but that's the direct donos.
But if you happen to, so you shouldn't, but if you do, at least try to mention what amount you gave, because we'll hear it. Potentially we'll hear it.
Yeah,
we
if
think
you
it's
didn't pause
paused.
it.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, in the meantime, make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the 143,000 subs over on YouTube and 43,000 over on Rumble. I hit that little button right there. Boop, 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 right there.
Yeah, look at you go. You're such a great host.
Which I wasn't supposed to be. I'm trying.
Hey, listen, I'm trying. Okay, yeah, it's totally broken. I don't know. It's borked over on Plus, guys. I don't know why. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It's big dead.
Well, in the meantime, what we've been doing lately, if you've been watching us, is that we've been doing a showdown, okay? And last time we did what was the greatest console of all time, and Kay, I don't know, how did you feel about the 1989 Game Boy being championed as the greatest console?
You can consider me one of the soldiers in chat saying, "Screw this! I don't agree. No, the Game Boy should not have won." I'm the one that's been yelling it should have been the 360 or the SNES or the PS2 or even the Dreamcast. Anything but if you're going to go Game Boy, make it the SP. Make it Game Boy Advance, please.
Nope. Just the old 1989 green and yellow Game Boy. And then the best part was that after it was championed and crowned the greatest console of all time, then there was a challenger that came in, and that was the PC. And Kay, guess what happened? The Game Boy beat the PC also, meaning Game Boy Master Race.
The thing that can already play the Game Boy for us somehow beat the Game Boy. Didn't beat the Game Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Please make it make sense. How would the PC not win everything?
Well,
it's revolutionary for the time.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Spitting facts.
I'm a Nintendo defender, so I will defend them as much as I can.
Well, you're like 7. You don't even know what a Nintendo is.
I'm not that young. I'm legal. That's what matters.
Oh boy, clip that. Thank you.
Fellas, and
she's legal, huh?
Yeah.
Just don't say that on a street corner, all right?
But when I worked at the gas station, I worked before I was 18, but then I did turn 18, and I made that joke constantly with the regulars.
I have a story, actually. So when I turned 18, I actually happened to be in New York City on a school field trip, and my music teacher had actually bought me a lottery ticket for my birthday. Oh.
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Arch, to help promote the VTM server and series, you should show off some of the AA art. Use Amal's character art. You can be as mean as you wish. To balance out the meanness, Amal can pick where the 50 goes.
Ooh. All right, so where the 50 can go today. Well,
Zelda.
speaking of,
Hey,
we
but
should probably...
They say 50?
I believe 50, yeah.
Oh.
By the way, here's the best part, guys. If you want a little hack, here's the way you hack this thing. Give $1, but say you just donated $500, and we won't know the fucking difference.
Why would you make your own life more
Because I like
everyone is gonna
chaos.
say
You're going to ruin the showdown.
this is rigged because
I like chaos, and I'm sorry, okay, guys, don't do that. I was just kidding. Make sure you don't do that.
Anyway.
You just accidentally winked there, Blabs.
So let me finish up my whole. I turned 18. So I was in New York City with a school trip, and my music teacher had bought me and 2 other kids lottery tickets because we all had our birthdays like at this almost like 2 days apart, or whatever. So it's like, happy birthday, here's your lottery ticket. You guys can go and buy these on your own now because you're 18 now. And I was like, woohoo, I'm 18, I'm legal. But I happened to say that on like a street corner. And my music teacher got really mad at me. And he was like, stop saying that. Because, it's obviously you're like in freaking New York City. So, whoopsies. The
I'm
end.
legal. Just screaming, I'm legal.
Yeah, I did it. I can go buy myself a lottery ticket. I thought it was the coolest shit in the world at the time. But then sometimes to this day, I still get ID'd for buying lottery tickets, so whatever.
Well, that's good. You want that. You definitely don't want them to not
forever
check anything.
a minor. Anyway, the end.
All right, well, let's...
I am a 12-year-old boy, right, Kay?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Yes or no? Yes.
All that matters is that she or it or he is legal, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
all that
I'm a
matters.
Pinecone now. I identify as a Pinecone.
All right. Well, let's jump to this showdown because yesterday we had a good one. It was Halo versus GTA, and Halo handedly won expertly there. But today, this is a good one. Let's see what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, as the escalator falls from the sky, today's showdown is between Zelda versus Dark Souls. I was going to try and say the Legend of Zelda versus Dark Souls franchise. This is taking all the good, all the bad games of Zelda versus all the good, all the bad of Dark Souls. Which is the better franchise? That we're going to have to see. And I think we've already got a 50, correct?
Mm-hmm, we do.
Okay, so
At least I hope it was. That's what it was saying.
Okay, and that was for Arch,
really
I believe,
25 cents.
to decide?
I think it did say Arch. So Arch, Zelda or Dark Souls?
I would normally just take this
You can say
from
Xenosaga
Mal,
if you want.
but then she whined at me behind the
I
scenes.
didn't whine.
Because it said for Mel to pick.
Oh, it was? Oh, okay.
Oops.
All right, where would you put it?
Zelda.
Zelda, atta girl. Okay, now, just a heads up. What we've also been doing is if you use Rumble Wallet for your donation today in picking who do you want to win in the showdown, we've got a little exciting wheel. Let me put that up. But there it is.
He's got a wheel.
I got
like
a little
Wheel of
wheel.
Fortune.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to spin this, and then I'm going to tell you what it means. I'm going to hit the little spin button. Ooh, there it is. And it looks like it is on a 6. Oh, boy. Okay, let me tell you what that means. If you donate with Rumble Wallet today, that donation will be multiplied by 6. 6. Whoop.
John Kanji for $25. When a pregnant woman goes swimming, she technically becomes a submarine. Mal K was wondering about that. So she can choose which one this goes to.
We don't know the amount, though.
He said 25.
$25.
Yeah, he said John Kanji for 25. Thank you for doing that, by the way. Really appreciate you guys saying the amount inside.
That's hilarious. It's a buy vote?
Yeah, you said Kay can
25.
pick.
Okay, I'm Team Zelda. I'm not a Souls person, so...
Base.
I
I'm
played
definitely
Dark
Team
Souls
Zelda.
on the Switch.
You did.
I think you've
You
probably
did.
played more Dark Souls than me, honestly. I am not
I'm
into
pro
those games at all.
gamer.
You are the gamer now.
You pleb.
All right, so just remember that if you're using Rumble Wallet, so we definitely want you to use Rumble Wallet today. You get your vote is then times 6. That's a huge. I mean, like that. You can totally fuck this thing up. So if let's say you're a Dark Souls fan and Zelda's winning, you just throw a couple bucks there. It's going to multiply by 6, and you can cause a huge upset. So that's the showdown today. Looking forward to seeing who's win. Anyone here on the panel, Arch, what would you pick? Or you're indifferent?
Well, Dark Souls, of course, because Zelda
Dark
is
Souls, okay.
console nonsense. Plus, it's racist.
That is a good
Oh, man,
point.
don't sell me on it. Oh, man, I'm a Souls player now. Damn.
Well, as the resident commie, I would have thought since you have a Dark Soul yourself there.
Well,
that-
you can't just drop that in front of Amalgamate and Arch because they'd be like, huh?
No!
Oh, you didn't know that she's part of the red party there?
Cheese commie?
Yeah.
I am
thought
not
this
a
was
communist.
Do you like-
I would.
Do you like helicopter rides by chance?
If I
I've never
was
been
a
in a
commie, I
helicopter.
would.
I don't
If
get
I
it.
was. Anyone got a helicopter by chance? I might have to just take the ride since I'm being considered one.
I've
so.
never been in a helicopter. I kind of want it. It sounds like fun. Except when you die. That doesn't sound fun.
Here, I got a great idea. We could both become communists, and we can go on a helicopter ride together.
Oh, look, she's recruiting.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Labs, don't buy it. I know. Don't go with the allure of communism from Kay over here.
Okay. I
right,
won't anyway.
I believe it is time for your favorite segment, my favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment. It's time for hard news.
Okay, so Arch, I have made this segment in mind just for you because you are not American. And if the chat didn't know, this man is from Norway. He's pure Norwegian, and he likes brown cheese and stuff. So I decided that we would make a segment called For Arch, Welcome to America. So I have 6 things to show you. 5 of those are videos, but the first one is just a little quick hit that I thought was really funny and would like to know if you would ever get mixed up by accident. So the first thing is a nature festival mixed up with a nudist event.
Ooh.
Depends. In Germany, yes. In Norway, no.
So wildlife enthusiasts are urging visitors to dress appropriately after a mix-up saw their event for naturalists confused with one aimed at nudists. That's
so
right.
You're looking at a different kind of bear, really, what's happening there. Yeah.
Nice joke. But
thank you. I appreciate
I wish
that.
I had drums. But yeah, so Arch, how do you feel about the nudist and the squirrels?
Well, in Germany, it's actually a really big deal. They have a whole nudist thing down there with special made beaches set aside just for nudists. It's a huge cultural moment. Up in here in Norway, it's largely too cold for any of that nonsense, so we've avoided it.
You guys would just go outside and just freeze in your bare ass.
Yes.
Okay, well, good to know. The next thing is, have you ever heard of a food chain called Whataburger?
Never.
Whataburger, you talking about?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kay, you like Whataburger, don't you?
It was fine. Yeah, it was good. I tried it there with you. That's it.
All right, Amalgamate. Do you like Whataburger?
I've never had it before.
Oh. You know, I only had it last year, so I really can't talk. So, but I do like the chicken sandwiches. But
chicken sandwiches.
A sandwich.
That is something I learned about Blabs through spending like IRL time with you. Like this girl loves chicken sandwiches. Holy,
they're
she loves
delicious
chicken.
though.
I like chicken, just not the dark meat. It's too fatty.
That's the best kind.
Okay.
So
Now loves
Whataburger.
dark meat officially confirmed.
Were you just asking people if they went to Whataburger? Is that the end of the segment?
what is there to this?
No, because an all-out brawl at Whataburger in Texas, of all places. So this is, again, informing Arch about America. Their weaves got lost in the fight. That shit's crazy, dude. There's so many of them, too.
The urban youth in their natural environment.
Look at them fighting! What are they doing? Are they having fun? Look at all the hair on the ground!
Think how often this happens. It's just, part of their culture. You gotta respect them.
Is that an employee? Oh, they
my
lost
God.
their tops and stuff.
Yeah, women always lose their tops in these fights every single time.
Yeah.
And it's always from
still
women that you
going.
don't want their tops ever to be lost, ever.
And it's still going. Look at that. Look at that.
You didn't tell me you're going to show me BET this morning.
What's bet?
Oh no!
What's bet, dude?
Wait, do you actually not know?
No.
No, she has no clue.
Black Entertainment Television.
Oh.
See, I didn't even want to say anything, but I was going to raise the question if this has anything to do with Whataburger specifically or something else.
Something else. I just thought it was ironic that there's like so many of them, and it's quite literally a 1 minute and 55-second video where they're all just fighting, and they're still going, just yanking at each other's hair and weaves.
Those are some half-hearted punches. That was just a little tap of that. I think they're all exhausted now.
I mean, technically, Whataburger is really popular in the South, and obviously it's just like the map, you know, just like the population, the abortion rates, the driving accidents, the education, you know, statistics. It's all just the same map, and you can put Whataburger also on that map. So, yeah, they're kind of related.
You know what's great, though? At the very end of this video, they're just like, okay, I'm done. Let me just get my phone. Let me just grab everything. And then off we go. And then we all just leave. So,
yeah, I always want to know what inspires those. I want to know what triggers those fights. Like, how stupid that trigger point is.
Phoenix, it's a very easy answer. It's called low impulse control.
Ah, yes, that's it.
L-I-C. Lick.
Yes.
Anyway, so Arch, what do you think, huh? Want to come to Texas?
Well, sometimes. Okay, listen. So we've actually got a bit of culture for this ourselves too.
Ooh.
But it's slightly different. For us, it's more of a coastal thing and occasionally border to Sweden thing, where young white males will congregate around gas stations more often than not, and engage in the habit of schlasts. Which is when they randomly start beating upon each other. And I mean full-on Fight Club style shit. And this is entirely socially acceptable. The police will just drive by and go like, yep, there you go, have fun. Entirely normal. Like, no ill feelings or anything. It's just a thing that they do. This is obviously the lower classes of society, and the rest of us just don't mind, so long as they're hitting each other.
You're like Darwinism. Survival of the fittest. Get rid of them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, good to know. All right. Okay, so the next thing is totally change of pace, but we're going to go to California now. Have you heard the news, Arch and Amalgamite, that there was a hot air balloon accident in California?
I didn't.
No? Nobody heard about this? Okay, well, this is fantastic. I'm going to share this.
You do love death and carnage.
Nobody died. Nobody died.
Are you upset about that?
It was an emergency. It was an emergency landing. Nobody died. Everything was safe. In fact, what happened was it landed in somebody's backyard.
Ooh, that's actually pretty sweet.
That's what I'm saying. This is sick. So we actually have the video. I'm going to show you guys here.
Can you imagine if you were getting like an Uber Eats or something? Like, where are you at? Well, I'm the one with the fucking huge balloon over my house.
Yeah, so what happened was there was this group of people. They were in the hot air balloon, and it turns out that they didn't have enough propane or whatever it is to keep the balloon afloat.
Magic.
And so they had to make an emergency landing. And they wanted to do it in the road, but with everything going on, they were not able to, and they landed in somebody's backyard. So here's the video.
Look at that!
That's nuts.
Wow! Hi, everybody.
Can you
How's
imagine?
your guys' trip so far?
Glad that you guys missed the trees.
Yeah, seriously? Oh my god.
That's what's impressive too. No structural damage, nothing.
Nope. And then they get taken away. And then they get pulled to the front of the street. Let me see if it's in this video, because there was multiple videos around. Look at that. This is them. So this is the house. That's crazy. And then they pull them all out. And they pull the balloon onto the street, and they start deflating it on the street. And they had to call the cops and everything, because obviously they had to block off traffic.
That is amazing.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, but no one got injured, no deaths, no nothing. It was
No
just an
damage,
emergency
nothing.
landing. Yeah, and then that's crazy. So Arch, have you ever been in a hot air balloon?
No, but this is definitely something I recognize because everybody's being very suburban white about it. Like a balloon lands in your backyard, you're like, hello, hi. They too are like, hi. Yeah, isn't this crazy?
Amalgamite, would you go in a hot air balloon?
Hell yeah, that sounds awesome.
Really? That's the ones I'm kind of like iffy about.
I like flying in general, so just anything that can take me up into the air would be so cool. Plus, I don't know, I feel like it'd be fun and different.
I like
The whole
cars
entire
just getting
time watching this
squished.
video, I was imagining like it popping like a regular balloon and just
Oh my.
like zooming
Everybody
all
shut
the way
up.
around.
Why'd you remove the plus chat? We were posting boobs there. Anyway, I'm here for my daily dose of women impersonating Ani very poorly and maybe a peppy. $100 for Xenosaga.
Jesus Christ! I hope that was actually $100. Holy shit!
There's some Pappy right there. Poppy. Boom.
Yeah.
Right there.
Thank you. The reason why I turned off the plus chat was because I couldn't keep an eye on it because I got so many links open and I was afraid if you guys do any donos, I would miss it. So that's why I completely nuked it because one, it's not even working. So sorry guys, no boobs for you in your plus chat today, but you guys can come on Rumble, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, wherever you want to be. We're everywhere else. Don't know why plus isn't working today.
Well, we've got to do some Arnold impersonations. That's what he asked for.
Oh, what line though?
Get to the chopper. That.
My impression is the worst out of anyone. Like, Blabs does a way better impression than me, so I'll go, "Arr, arr, arr." There you go. That's my impression.
Wow.
Are you just going ara, ara, ara?
Yeah, I'm Asian Arnold.
All right, Amalgamite, you next.
Arnold has, I don't think Mal's even watched an Arnold movie in her entire life.
I don't know what the reference is.
Get to the chopper!
Yeah,
That-
just say get
do
to
that.
the
That
chopper.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't do this.
Don't do an impression of mine, though, because mine's really bad. I just told you the words.
Get them to the chopper.
Ooh, actually,
It wasn't bad at the very end. That was pretty good.
that wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Arch?
Get to the helicopter now.
You
Holy
are so
shit,
lame.
We've
He's
got
the villain.
Schwarzenegger.
He's
like
the villain.
Arnold.
Listen, I'm the only one here who knows what movie that's from, so I get a free pass.
My
You are a
favorite
wet
line of
blanket.
his is from Batman. You got to get down to chill. Where was it? Like, you got to get down because heat rises. When he was the Mr. Freeze.
To
Those
be
are
fair,
some-
he was a fantastic Mr. Freeze, delivering one-liners every time he was on scene.
It's so good. All right. Well, I think Mal did a pretty good. I'm going to give the win to Mal today.
I actually think Arch did the
very good.
best.
That is fair, but he's not a woman. Remember, this was for the women to do it.
Oh. Well, do you identify as a woman right now, Arch?
You
I
do get a
identify as
prize.
virtually anything so long as it gives me benefits.
No, there you go.
Acts
Arch
like
is
a
the
woman
winner.
all the time.
Arch is the
though.
winner.
A winner is
I think
you.
I've been registered as a they them on YouTube for like 5 years now.
I'm a pine cone.
You
But anyway.
Is this okay?
No
I'm a verb.
context.
Apropos of nothing. I am a
I'm
pine
a
cone.
pine cone.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna continue on the Arch segment here. Arch, do you ever go into like collectible shops or like like a GameStop, if you will, or a card store or any of those type of things?
Fun. Do you do anything fun?
Yeah. Do you do anything fun, Arch?
No. We used to have an old bookstore because when I was born, I was already 20 years old. And so my fun is collecting old things like that. And we used to have that, but it was recently shut down and replaced with a kebab store, as all good things must be. So, no.
You've been enriched.
Yeah. But at least are the kebabs good?
How would I know?
Yeah.
You've not been. Okay. Never
Attaboy.
mind.
I have
Do you
never
have-
eaten kebab.
All right. Well, do you have deer in Norway?
We do. In fact, I had 3 on my lawn just the other day.
All right, so then you might understand this video. A deer crashes through the window into collectibles shop in Texas. So there are these two people playing cards with this other person here, and then the deer is right there. So let's just play it. That's nuts, dude. Surprise, motherfucker.
Homeboy had a purpose going through that window.
Yeah, and so it's just a lot of bleeping out of audio. Unfortunately, it's pretty sketchy quality. And then they open the door and they basically let the deer come out. But I hope he was alright because that dude just ran through glass.
Yeah, yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah, and there
I
he
like
is. There's the
I
deer.
like the,
Oh my god.
Knocking everything out, and he's like, I'm out of here, fuckers.
I love how scared they are of this deer.
I think
Would
it was
you
more of a
not be?
shock. Yeah.
If some deer just randomly rammed through a wall and you didn't expect that out of anywhere, would you not go, oh my god, what?
No,
Yeah, I think
absolutely.
nothing?
But then they were scared afterwards. After they saw it was a deer, they were still terrified of the little thing.
One of them kind of looked a little bit younger, and if you looked, like, because there's a kid right here, right? You see a little kid, so it looked like the guy was protecting the girl, like he was in front of her. See?
There's nothing. Let me go to this view here.
Oh, whoops. Hang on.
There you
There
go.
it is.
I got you, dog.
Hang on. Let me refresh it real fast. Please hold, because it's Instagram, so you can't just, like, scroll.
There
There it
you
is.
go.
So if you look, there's a kid right there. So the guy's actually protecting the kid from any, like, debris or the deer or whatever. You see right down there? And he's in front of her.
And that one lady, totally chill, could care less. And
Yeah.
I just like that Arch believes that, like, America is just pure anarchy. That everything we're
Yes.
showing is just balloon falling,
Oh,
deer
yes.
jumping through windows.
Hell yeah.
Although this probably
Bites.
has an explanation and why they should probably be afraid, because this is not normal deer behavior. I don't know how many deer experts there are here, but very few deers
clearly you
actually
are
leap
one.
through, glass walls and stuff. So this is probably means that the deer has rabies, which is not great.
And then the deer was put down. All
Oh.
right. Okay,
Sorry,
no.
Bambi.
Chicka chicka shoot Bambi right now.
That's a very sad death. All right, so we're moving from Texas, and now we're gonna go all the way to Miami, guys, because a Miami La Quinta Inn and Suite sparked controversy by replacing on-site front desk with virtual workers based in India
Wow.
who check guests in via a video kiosk. Let's see what happens here.
Okay.
Oh, it's very low, the audio.
2, just in case I lose one.
Yes, I'll just make this for you. Just help me with your signature, what it says guest signature. Let me just process your own registration.
Please wait while we process your registration form.
That's crazy.
I love that the auto voice is still white sounding.
Yeah, right?
No visitors allowed in
It should have been hidden.
Sir,
This is Steak
please?
and Talk.
How many keys you want, sir? Please tell me.
Please sign where it
You
says
must
guest
pay
signature
now.
when you
Please
see
sign
form
the
on
paper.
screen.
All right, sir. I will just process your room receipt, which contains.
I like how he's dressed up and everything too. That's amazing. And he's probably like wearing like boxer shorts
Oh,
below
sure.
or something.
Absolutely. Diddling himself under the table. Absolutely.
Oh wow! All right, we took it there. Thank you.
We did.
Arch, would you ever use a kiosk like this?
I mean, I don't even have anything theoretically against it. It's just, I want to point out, in the future, we were told to expect there would be like beautiful blue-skinned AI women or something checking us in full VR. But reality is it's just an Indian dude. It's really disappointing overall.
Well, I think you'll get there. I'm very confident you'll have AI people to check in with and all that stuff. That's guaranteed. But I would have walked out immediately and asked for a refund because everything is quality is going down everywhere in this country, and there's basically always telling the customer to go fuck themselves. And I think it's time that we all fight back a little bit, especially like that is just pathetic. You've got to talk to a screen in order to check into a hotel. How much could that possibly cost you as a hotel chain to have someone at the front desk?
Sir, you do not understand that this is how India becomes superpower by 2030, and therefore we were replacing you with our delectable, amazing talent, since you stupid white people do not understand what you're doing, after all, and so therefore, do remember, redeem your credit card and the gift cards right now, please. Sir.
Can I just say that your Indian accent sounds surprisingly like Arnold Schwarzenegger a little bit?
Yeah, it's all the same.
I'm not really good at accents in general.
No,
I have to,
actually, well, you
do
nailed Schwarzenegger.
keywords to get me in. So I have to go like, "Sir, they're not redeem," or like, "Ah, shit,"
There it is.
or various other things.
All right. Well, moving back to to Texas.
Ooh.
This segment's all over the place. Because a Texas ice cream shop is serving crawfish-flavored ice cream with an actual crawfish on top. And I found the red circle cream that is the ice cream shop. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like, and it's fucking wild.
Ice cream lady, it's spring break, so you know what time it is. It's crawfish ice cream time. Woohoo!
Right off the bat, just looking at it. Arch, Amalgamite, would you eat that?
Oh my god.
This is what I was telling you, Phoenix, by the way. This segment.
Oh.
I mean, I would try it just out of curiosity. I like trying new things, and I mean, I've never had crawfish before, but I imagine it's gonna be like, I don't know, like lobster, and like I could see it kind of mixing with the ice cream if it's a similar flavor profile. Not exactly something I would actually eat, but it'd probably be okay-ish.
I will say that, and I'm being dead serious here, is that if you tried to scoop up dog shit from like the pavement that would like sizzled into the concrete from the summer heat, and so you had to really get that spatula underneath there and try and pry that thing open, and you put that ice cream, I would 1,000,000,000% go for that before this monstrosity. It's a carcass on top of ice cream.
Kay, would you ever try this?
I don't know if I'd try anything after that very descriptive like sentence. No, this sounds disgusting. I'm all for trying weird things, but there is nothing about this that is remotely appealing.
Well, before I let it play out, Arch, would you try this?
No, in general, I don't like insects, whether they are above or underground or underwater. Makes no difference to me, frankly.
So, bit of context for the chat here. This was a very last minute addition, like 20 minutes before we went live I found this, and I text Phoenix and I'm like, I found something that I really want to show you specifically.
I was hoping for something fun.
No, this is it. There's a whole thing that's for you fun at the very end of the show that you're gonna like.
Okay.
But this is just wait for it, pure torture, because watch what she does.
This is our famous crawfish ice cream that we've done for the last 7 years. So you know we had to do something a little special this year. This is our crawfish ice cream funnel cake. Woohoo! And I cannot wait to try this.
I'm going to fucking vomit.
All right, well, close your eyes, Tips.
No, keep going.
Close your eyes.
You peel off the tail.
Crawfish?
Okay, you eat the crawfish apart. But then you take the crawfish body and you use it as a scooper.
No, you don't! Why?
And then you suck on it.
Don't do that! Ew!
Oh, look at Archie's gleeful.
This is so incredibly good. Woohoo! No. Come try it today. 10 out of 10. Hey,
so, you're right there, Toots. You're right, Toots.
That is easily the worst thing I've ever watched in my entire life. I just vomited out my asshole. Like that's absolutely horrifying.
This is so gross, dude. I don't know who thought of this. Like, let me just put ice cream with a fucking miniature lobster.
And then playing with the carcass as an ice cream scooper. The whole thing is sociopathic. I don't like it, Blabs. I don't like it.
Sorry.
But I'm happy you showed it to me, though.
It was so funny. What a mix. You have Phoenix on one end, who's basically going to throw up in his mouth. And then Arch looking extremely gleeful, watching as she's like... that's great. Anyway, Kay, Malcolmite, what'd you guys think?
No, just no. Please, God, no. Stop. We can mix things, whatever, but please stop. We're mixing everything now. It's too much.
Yeah, so when you say mixing everything, you also mean like serving fries with blue mayonnaise?
Oh, no.
Ew.
Do we have that?
I did hear about that.
Oh, good lord.
Shout out Canada, the Toronto Blue Jays. So we're going from Canada, which, by the way, that was the American segment, and now we are in the land of maple syrup and moose and Mounties. Toronto Blue Jays are serving fries topped with blue mayonnaise and cotton candy at their games.
I'll take the crawfish ice cream. I've never had crawfish before, but I'd rather take that and try that than this disgusting monstrosity.
And you know what's funny about this is that even Ryanair was like, another reason we don't fly to North America. And they're a freaking flight company. But can you guys take a gander at how much this costs?
Your soul, your dignity as a human being.
Anyone take a guess?
I know the price, so I shouldn't guess.
I think we just saw it, right? I think it just popped on the screen.
Oh, did you
right?
guys see it? Yeah, I just know it.
Oh, did you see it? Oh.
Like
well,
$20 or something?
No, that's not true.
Oh.
It totally cost fries $12.49 Canadian right there.
$12.49.
Phoenix be like, we see it and says the wrong number entirely.
So it's $12.49 Canadian,
it's a
which
steal.
is about $10 US. So chat, would you eat fries chopped with blue mayonnaise and cotton candy?
I mean, that's hideous, but sure.
I'm way more willing to try this than the crawfish ice cream.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'd actually almost prefer the crawfish, because the thing is, the Canadians have this thing called poutine, which is fries with gravy and stuff on it.
Shit on that.
And
It's
I
fabulous.
cannot think of anything more vomitous or terrible.
I can point you in the right direction. It's a crawfish that you scoop up ice cream with. That's what's more horrifying.
See, the fries with the mayonnaise, other than the dyed blue, which is disgusting. Like, wouldn't it be
pretty
that?
gross.
Add in the cotton candy. That's where it's just like, what?
Yeah,
And
I'm
then-
with him.
I don't know. It's just the whole thing just looks like such a disgusting mess. I'm sticking with the crawfish. I'm sorry.
Chat, let us know what you would eat. The crawfish.
Yeah, that would be a good showdown.
Yeah, we should do that next time, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next time, guys. Next time. All right. I have an idea. Hey, Phoenix, do you want to pull up some supers while I'm throwing in more supers? Because Rumble
I
went
sure
crazy
can.
right now.
Uno momento, por favor.
Let's see if you
okay,
can
here
do
we
it.
go. I think I've got this. Okay.
Yeah, what a stud. Look at him.
Emerald Ultima 713 for 5. Zelda. I got into the series in my later teens, starting with the first one on the Wii's Virtual Console. Since then, I became a fan after playing multiple titles. That is Zelda. Thank you very much.
I got it now, so I can.
okay.
That way you can actually keep track of that. All right. We're gonna hide that one. Okay. Commoner Fan for 5 says, Mahong, y'all. What's y'all's reactions to the just released Koiti versus Acme trailer? I think it looks decent enough. I might go see it with family at my local drive-in theater, the Big Mo in Monetta, South Carolina. Okay, so I've actually not seen the trailer, and unfortunately, we probably can't react to it because it's gonna be Warner Brothers, isn't it?
We can't react to it, unfortunately, on stream, but I will say I am super excited. I saw the other one that was released as well through Catch Up, The Day the Earth Blew Up, and I thought that was incredible. That was one of the best movies I saw that year. So I'm so glad that we're getting this one as well, because we thought it was just going to be on the shelf forever. I highly recommend the first one if you haven't seen it, so I think this is going to be good too.
Okay, is Locals down? Hashtag Zelda, so it's 10 for Zelda. Yes, unfortunately, guys, Locals was not working. Like, everything was green, right? It connected, everything healthy, stream healthy. It was just not coming through. So I nuked it because I couldn't keep an eye on chats for potential donos or whatever. So I'm sorry, guys, we're not on Plus today. Marmalin for 10 says, address Commandment Kami K's properly. She is a furry Kami who writes her fan fiction on her backstory on how she came to love a wolfkin like James. Amal chooses. So, Mal, you get to choose for 10. Zelda. Or Dark Souls. There you go.
It's always gonna be Zelda.
Why do you do this to me, Marmalin? Why?
Because of your life choices, Kay. Because of your life choices.
Damn it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep on going. Wasp for 20 says the SPLC was busted yesterday. They were supposed to fight violent and racial extremist groups, but they were caught funding the Klan with a K in the American National Socialist Party. If you know, you know. Thank you for the 20.
Democrats funding the KKK. Absurd. Unheard of.
Shocking.
Commoner Fan for 5 says, one of my friend's dad is a retired gunsmith and made custom guns for people like Colin Powell. He came in one afternoon in his bell chopper and asked if we wanted a ride, so we got to fly with him. Sick.
Pretty cool.
Young Stove, Zelda, because it doesn't cause me to break things. Zelda for 2. Gus of the Dorks for 5 says, oh, hey, Arch, my favorite commenter and Mal, my favorite brony. How's it going? How cursed should the video suggestion for Arch be?
She is indeed a brony. I don't know about the video suggestion. But she's indeed a brony.
This is arch propaganda. I say highly cursed. That way I can fight back against him.
Speaking of bronies, Arch, one time I got in the mail some My Little Pony cards that came with a Harry Potter card that I bought. I feel like I should send them to you. Do you want them? They're quite shiny and foily.
You probably should send them to me. Yes, why not?
All right, send me your address in DMs. I'll mail them to your ass. It'll be funny.
Live on the show.
Right now, put it out there. Dox
Was it a
yourself.
crossover? Like it was a Harry Potter brony, or like what?
No. It was like a bunch of freebies that they just put in my Harry Potter card that I got. Like I got some random ass like Chinese cards and stuff like that too. It was really weird. I was like, cool. Now what do I do with this? Dirt is King for 20 says Legend of Zelda is one of my loves. The Legend of Zelda is the GOAT of franchises. That is 20 for Zelda. To be fair, deer off 150 to 400 people a year in the US, so you should be afraid. Put this to Xenosaga. That's 10 for Xenosaga. Young Stove, 10 again for Zelda. Wind Waker, Ocarina, and Twilight Princess are the best. The soundtracks are so amazing. What's y'all's favorite Zelda track? Also, Flabs, fix those arms. Get her in the gym, Phoenix. Hi, Kami.
My favorite Zelda soundtrack would easily be Wind Waker, but that's because Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda ever. That is my answer. I am not answering to Hi Kami. I just did.
And yet you did. You are.
And ironically, some people actually thought that AI image of me with the oranges on was real. And so like, oh my god, you gotta hit the gym because my arms are all flabby. Like when my hand is like missing a finger and stuff. I'm like, oh my god, hit the gym. It's like, all right. Reese for one says another quote for you. Arnold is coming. Wah! I'm assuming that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Arnold. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a nut is coming. I was like, whoa, bro,
Maybe.
that's crazy.
Congratulations.
A nut is coming.
Commodore for two says, to be fair, a good kick or being named by antlers of a deer or buck can fuck you up good. My friend got kicked by a buck once in the leg. He thought he was dead while hunting, and it cracked the bone. Jesus. Damn. And then look, we have a Rumble wallet, I guess? Foxfire for 15 USD, and that was with a Rumble wallet over there. So
it is?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah.
So that's going to be 30, right? It's 2x? Or is it 6x
It's 90.
today?
It's 6.
Woo, I forgot. That's awesome.
But do we know what that's for?
Doesn't say anything.
Oh, so it's 90 for nothing.
No,
All right.
brother. All right.
I'm pretty sure nothing means Xenosaga, right?
I'll put it there. Why not?
Jack Team for 5 says, why the scooper? Anyways, here's Nashville for Xenosaga. That's 5
Good
for
Lord.
Xenosaga. And Marmalin over on Rumble with the Bitcoin for $24.95 for Xenosaga. Foxy demands a sorry commandment, Kami K.
God damn it.
That for Xenosaga?
That is for Xenosaga.
$149 for Xenosaga.
Xenosaga's winning right now, and it's not even on the thing. You guys should have just done the showdown of Xenosaga versus everyone. Nathan for $4.99 says, you bastards making me pick a favorite child, but I have to go with Dark Souls because the Zelda fan base is cringed in Arrested Development way. Thank you.
I will forever be the little lady that loves Zelda. I don't care. I'll be 80 and I'll still love Zelda.
All right. Reese for 2. I've been blessed, so I can't decide. The Legend of Zelda was one of my first NES games in Kingsfield. Dark Souls MK1 was my first PlayStation X game. Thank you for that.
PSX isn't PlayStation 1.
I was gonna say, I'm like, what's the X for? All right.
Just real quick, just a reminder. Can I just cut to the showdown real quick?
Yeah, you're allowed.
Okay, thank you very much. At the moment, it is $132 for the Zelda franchise versus $4.99 for Dark Souls. Again, this is the entire franchise of both games that we're doing the showdown today. But again, if you use Rumble Wallet today, whatever you donate will be times 6. So you can change this immediately. So if you're a Dark Souls person right now, you just put in a little bit, times it by 6, you might be winning because at the moment, actually, Xenosaga is winning at $150. Dad.
I'm actually very surprised. So, like I said, I'm not a Souls person. That's part of because it's the erasure of hack and slash games, which I adore. But there's a lot of Dark Souls fans out there. Like, Souls games are, like, beloved. So I'm actually really shocked at how scaled this is. Of course, there's a lot of people that love Zelda as well. But I thought this would be a closer fight. I'm a little surprised.
Well, it's really early. This usually starts heating up as we go along. But I also have to tell you, Kay, from my observation being on the show, there's a lot of people upset with Nintendo. And I think you're seeing a little bit of that as well.
For what? Xenosaga? Is that where it's coming from? Oh god.
Xenosaga, it was from Kirsha, right? That was her.
Yeah.
That was her inside joke that is now continued throughout the entire showdown. Yeah.
So real fast, I have this video to show you guys, and the thing I was hesitant about is that it's kind of a mushy video at first, but then you just have to see what happens, and then we have to read the comments. And also, I'm gonna wonder if you guys can notice what's happening. So it's basically a guy is going to propose to his girlfriend, right? But then something happens. So I'm just gonna let this play out. Tell me if you start to notice anything as it's happening. It's currently muted because I think there's music and whatnot.
I'm watching it. I see it.
Mm-hmm. So let's see if anyone notices anything besides him about to start crying his ass off. Let's just see.
Well, he's wearing way too tight shorts.
Okay, that is one thing that we have noticing. I would like you to pay attention to the shorts.
Yeah. No, I know exactly. I was the first thing I picked up on.
Okay, good. Just we just let it play out. Let's just see what happens. So he's all happy. She says yes. She's gonna be like, oh my god, hooray! Just wait. Just wait for it. We're waiting. We continue to wait. You see a little bit of it right there?
It's just
so
sticking out there.
Yeah. So why don't we check out the comments real fast? Because if he's not bricked up and crying, I'm saying no. We love a man who can be hard and soft at the same time. Of course he said yes, she was being held by gunpoint. Bro was throbbing and sobbing. So I had to share those. This cracked me up. I was like just crying. I remember sending this to Mally saying you need to read the comments. Because good God. All right. I had to do it. I'm sorry, chat. It was
What
way
was
too
he
freaking
thinking?
funny.
Why he's not wearing pants? Why?
No, that's like the best pause right there.
Those are
Stupid
boxer
play button in the
briefs.
way.
Those aren't. That's not shorts.
I get they're at a beach, but like you're proposing and taking a video, like you wouldn't be a little bit more dressed properly, just in general, or it's just out there for the whole world to see.
Is that a ring in box in your pocket? Are you happy to see me? Type. I couldn't hide it from you, honey. Yeah, we know. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. So anyway, I
mean,
didn't want to show that.
At least she knows that he's straight, so
this is
they're
true,
good. Right?
He should have put the ring on his dick. It should have just been proposing with that.
Ring. At least he likes her. This is good. Yes, good. All right. So before we move on to more serious stuff, let me hit up some more supers. Fun fact, I install Sonic R on every retro PC I acquire and 100% it. Sonic R holds a special place in my heart. Thank you.
They just decompiled Sonic R, so now it's native on PC. You're going to get a lot better performance. So if you haven't already checked that out, that was a recent announcement.
Done. Okay. Chat, eat Big Arch.
You should eat the Big Arch, yes.
Like it's a bit homosexual.
Yeah, Soul Silver for 5 to stop denying the truth, Kay. Kami Canada's already here since I live in it too. The Zelda series is what got my sister into gaming. Send these fake Canadian dollars to Xenosaga. That's 5 for Xenosaga. Zelda tries to rant on Rumble but just got error message. Sorry about that. Nathan says, don't get me wrong, the Dark Souls fan base can be annoying, but it's because they don't like overcoming a challenge and encouraging others to do the same. So it's $4.99 for Dark Souls.
I would agree in an ideal world, but like the problem with a lot of the hardcore games today is that the community are fucking terrible human beings.
Oh.
Every fandom has insufferable people. I'm a Sonic fan. I mean, Sonic fans are as crazy as we can get.
This is true.
Because Dance with the Devil 501 for $50. So this is for my waifu, the Firekeeper. Was never into Zelda. I am from Soft Andy, and I love every game they made, even the much dreaded Dark Souls 2. So
all right, it's making a comeback now.
Dark Souls. And then we got more.
I never understood why people didn't like Dark Souls 2. I quite enjoyed it. Oh.
I thought everyone loved people don't. That's the one that they dislike, Arch.
Apparently, I've heard loads of that, but I like Dark Souls 2 quite a lot.
I don't have a leg in this race because I'm not a Souls person, but I have heard a lot of hate for Dark Souls 2, yes.
Okie dokies. And Mr. Rich Low Pitch for 5 says, didn't realize they had booty shorts for men. Gotta start working on my glutes. Yeah. Apparently there's a Craig here. Can you even hear us?
Hello, can you hear me?
Most unfortunately, we can.
I'm currently on the road. I know you guys are having a great time today. Arch, you look wonderful. How are you, buddy?
I did. Did you come for the booty shorts or for the hardness?
I came for the giant. Listen. I tuned in. Usually when I'm on the road, I don't listen to the show, right? Because I'm busy concentrating. But I stopped for lunch, and when I turned on the show, I saw a young man with a giant erection on the. And I thought,
sorry, Craig. I apologize.
No. I thought now this is the side scrollers that I know and love, because I know Phoenix on a day-to-day basis. You have a giant erection, and you just want to
true.
Show. Mal, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good. Hopefully that last comment didn't make you uncomfortable. Hey, I wanted to tell you guys a joke real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Blab.
Hey.
What is Harry Potter's favorite way of going down a hill?
J.K. Rowling.
It's walking. J.K. Rowling. I got ours. Okay. Let's go. Bada boom!
Trying to be clever.
Well done. I like how he calls in for that. Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. I'll be here all night.
Bye. Bye. Do I remove you? All right, I'm gonna just remove him. He's just chilling backstage now. Okay. Anyway, shall we continue? All right. Okay. I think we'll get. There's some more super guys, but I'll get to them in a minute. So. The next thing we're going to talk about is, unfortunately, Anne Hathaway, which is ironic because she's currently making the rounds. Apparently, she's
several
been voted.
Different ways.
Yeah, she's been voted for like most beautiful woman in the world. I saw Phoenix going hard no on the internet.
False. Yeah.
She said inshallah, which makes me laugh. But it's actually what's trending right now is her comments about body diversity for The Devil Wears Prada 2. So if you guys didn't know, back in 2006, The Devil Wears Prada, the first one, came out. It's a pretty decent movie. It stars Meryl Streep, Emily, what's-her-face's name? Blunt is her last name? Whatever her name is. And Anne Hathaway. Blunt. Yeah, and now, 20 whole years later, they have Devil Wears Prada 2 coming out. And so this is like a little promotion. It's about 47 seconds long, but I want you guys to listen to what this dum-dum has to say. Now, don't forget, this is also the same woman who's all like, gentle them, and like the whole freaking alphabet mafia. So let's hear what she has to say.
I had noticed that we had beautiful models on set, and a lot of them were maybe more traditionally model size. And I knew what the context of the scene was, and I thought the scene would be so much more enjoyable for the audience if we had just a wider range of bodies on display, because all different shapes are beautiful. And so I just went to the producers and I asked that question: don't you think the scene would be stronger if we had a more inclusive approach to size, and they looked up and they were so sad that they hadn't thought about it. I think they were so locked in that they just kind of were going with the flow. But as soon as they saw it, they were the ones who just made it happen in like an hour. So
you're a good leader. You started the conversation.
Oh, well, it all begins with a question, right?
I can imagine the scene. They look up and they just go like, oh yeah, no, it's terrible. It's a fantastic idea, Anna. Absolutely. I'm so sad we didn't think about having a bunch of fat bitches on stage. It would make you look better. I agree. We'll go out to McDonald's and hire some fatties right away, Anna. Of course.
Yeah, there's the first scene they're going to cut. That's what they knew as soon as she said that.
The thing is, though, if you look at the comments, you guys are basically spot on with it. Let me zoom in a little bit. She only wants this because she's getting old and having uglies around her would make her feel better.
Exactly. This is like woman 101. You just want to be the hottest woman in the room. Congratulations.
Yeah, because I do like the fact as well. She's like, all body sizes are beautiful. Meanwhile, she's thin as a stick. How old is she?
She's got to be like 45 or so.
I don't even know how old she is. She never aged.
She's
43. And she still clearly goes to the gym basically on an every other day basis at least. It's like, yeah, fat people are so beautiful. Like,
Well, even then, like, she says all sizes are beautiful, but before that statement, she's like, oh, these beautiful traditional actresses, and it's like implying that even she knows, at least subconsciously, that they're way more attractive. And then she had to and then she started talking about the shapes, and then she threw in the whole all sizes are beautiful as well. But like even her original, like how she started off the statement still implies that even she knows that they're way more attractive than whatever blobs they brought in instead.
So there's one more thing for this, and then we have Brett saying virtue signaling about movie connected to one of the most exploitative industries of all time. And it's so true, because who are the ones who always want like the super duper glamorous, it's not even real, it's Hollywood. Point blank, Anne Hathaway is able to go and work out all the time because she has to look like that for the movies that she's in. So it's just it's all hypocritical and stupid. But shout out Hollywood. Yay.
I don't even know who this is even working on anymore. Like, who is they're virtual-signaling to who anymore? Like, I think everyone is tired. Yeah, I guess so.
They're just an autopilot now, because we're now in the phase where we're switching over from progressivism to anti-progressivism. It's going to take quite a while before all the NPCs get the status update.
Well, I think it's going to be short-lived. We're going right back there any minute now. I think it's short-lived, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the worst part about this is that supposedly Sydney Sweeney has been cut from The Devil Wears Prada 2. Bless you, Phoenix. She was originally meant to appear as herself in the film. So they cut Sydney Sweeney out of this movie. For the fatties.
Well, I mean, this all kind of makes sense, because Anne Hathaway is like, okay, I don't look as good anymore. I'm 43. I need some fat bitches to glow me up here. And then she sees the scene with Sydney Sweeney and goes, 20-year-old hottie out now.
Yeah, crazy. By the way,
women are the biggest misogynists.
So Phoenix over there drinking out of this bottle with his side. Amalgamate, do you think Sydney Sweeney is a butterface?
I don't think she's really bad, but obviously her main asset is the balloons on her chest.
And her ass.
You take Droopy Dog the cartoon, put it next to Sydney Sweeney's face. Tell me they're not identical.
She does have a bit of the droopy eyes. She definitely does.
Droopy Dog, the cartoon
she's
character.
She's fine, yeah. Arch, would you?
I dated a girl with exactly that kind of face in high school, actually. So yes, literally.
He literally has.
Literally has.
Oh, they say Phoenix is just hating.
It's okay.
He's like, fine, it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, with a little bit of makeup, and with those assets in tow, and with those great jeans as she promoted,
she does have great jeans.
The butter face is not that bad.
Chat, you're telling me if you deflated those things, right? Deflate them down to an A cup. You're telling me this is a 10? Nah. This you're looking in one area. You did not look at that face. We get a lot of hate for this, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You are gonna get a
That's
lot
fine.
of hate for this.
I'm ready. Bring it.
Even Tiny's in the chat on Rumble. She says she's attractive. She's fine. See, Tiny says so.
Yeah, she's not unattractive or anything.
Okay to be wrong. I mean,
I think she's been a breath of fresh air for a lot of people is what this boils down to. And by today's beauty standards, she could be compared to a 10, but I think what we're used to in the past, I'm not saying she's a 10. I'm just saying compared to what we see in our media now, I think people would prefer to look at Sydney Sweeney than a lot of people. So She's fairly solid, and I think people just like that she's not like deeply involving herself in politics or anything. There's a bit of mystery to her. She's not afraid to do these commercials that are more controversial.
Makes her more
and you're
appealing.
seeing a backlash on the other side of the industry where, I mean, like you just said, she got cut from Devil Wears Prada. If you see anything going on Euphoria, it's like very disgusting at this point, what they're doing to her. It's a full-on humiliation fetish. So there's clearly a feeling within the industry that they're afraid of white beauty coming out again, and she's kind of becoming a renaissance for that in the modern era, where everyone is trying to insert different minorities and make that the apple of eye, like, you know, Zendaya and stuff like that. So I think that's where a lot of the love for Sydney Sweeney comes from. She's a little more elevated because people are just pushing back so hard on the fact that the industry is trying to shove minorities in our face constantly. I don't blame anyone for that. I don't think she's ugly at all. I think she's attractive, but you know, she's got that girl next door thing, which I think a lot of people really gravitate to.
I actually agree with what you have to say. And so also like the whole mystery about her, she doesn't talk about her politics in your face. But what I always think is ironic though, we did that Showdown once, so we did like Megan Fox versus Sydney Sweeney, and people voted Sydney Sweeney over Megan Fox, like peak Megan Fox. That was wild. Wild. Anyway, Dark Llama Boy for 6. He did it with the Rumble wallet, but he didn't say for who or what. So I'm sorry, but thank you for the 6. Salty says K the Futa Kami KFC Dark Souls. Oh my.
The Futa communists.
I can't even.
Like you had me at Futa.
I can't even have KFC here anymore. You know, all
That's
the
the
meat in
next
Canada,
step.
all of the KFC meat in Canada is halal now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I don't even eat KFC anymore.
Good.
It's brutal.
Happy birthday, Phoenix. 2
Thank
Australian
you.
bucks for Xenosaga, please. That's nice. I like how Xenosaga's winning
you
everything
so
at
much.
this point. Okay. Yeti for 10 says, well, at least his plan didn't go off half-cocked. 10 for Dark Souls.
That's incredible.
That's true.
Third is King for 20 says, for The Legend of Zelda, Minish Cap is the best 2D Zelda game. It actually had to use the tool and the talents from the rest of the game. Dark Souls ruined the hack and slash genre. All for Zelda.
This comment
20
right
for
here,
Zelda.
he gets it. This is why I resist Souls games so hard. I get people love them, but man, it has erased hack and slash games. But you know what? Both of these battles have erased something, because Breath of the Wild has also blended a lot of genres together too. So
I'm
they
just
both have
happy for
ruined
the
genres.
Minish Cap representation, because
Yes,
by far
awesome.
best 2D Zelda. By far. I've ever played that so many times. It's such a great game.
Furious Den for 5 says, I gave Pragmata a 10 on 10. It's a very beautiful game, very emotional. This game made it to the Gaming Award #1 contender, in my humble opinion. Well, Phoenix, you're going to be playing Pragmata tonight, aren't you?
I am Dadmata, as I like to call it. Yeah. Absolutely,
No,
tonight.
I expect a 2-minute review tomorrow.
Oh, you'll get it.
Good. Xylon Doppelganger for 10 says, I want to see Mal and Blabs play motherfucking Dark Souls. I have played Dark Souls.
Thank God you finished with Dark Souls. It just sounded like we want to play motherfucking. Like, wow.
Yeah, I was really confused there, because like there was
Yikes.
a period there. I'm like, is that like a Steam game? I don't want to play it. No, thank you.
I've never played Dark Souls before, and I would probably fail. Like, I probably couldn't even get past the first boss, even after hours. It's gonna be a disaster.
Wait,
I would
played
like
it
to see this too.
in the Fundathon back in October, guys. I did play that game.
Yeah,
and I
you
beat
did.
the
You
first
did
boss.
good.
I blew him up. Yeah.
You did
Yeah.
really good, actually.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
like here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. Blabs is actually really good at modern games. She's shit at retro, but modern she's actually pretty good at.
Thanks.
Sure.
Hero for 100
Whoa.
titties. Let me go
Whoa.
grab them. All right. Oh, I gotta hide them for a second. Dark Souls 2 is and always has been peak and brought many innovations to the Souls formula that stuck. Haters just repeat the stupid bad hitboxes, and ginks complain like parrots and declare it's true to the appeal to popularity fallacy. Obviously, I vote for Dark Souls.
Wow,
Yeah,
thank
like-
you, Hero.
Bad hitboxes and ambushes in a Dark Souls game. Oh no! You don't say.
You could have fooled me, I guess. Thank you very much for the 100. Very much appreciate it. Hang on, I'm putting more Rumble rants right in. Boop. Okay. Sean for 499 says, I love Zelda, but someone should tell Kay Dynasty Warriors still exists for Dark Souls.
There is Hyrule Warriors as well. 2 versions
Yeah,
of it now.
there is Dynasty Warriors, and they have Dead or Alive crossovers, so I love them for that.
Okay, are you seeing? You see how the tables have turned now? You see that?
It's very interesting to watch.
Yeah.
It's like science.
Yeah.
Bill Nye, his wife's a guy. Anyway, Foxfire for 15 with the Rumble wallet says, here is more towards Zelda. My first Rumble wallet was through the app and didn't let me give an answer. Well, wasn't it 6? Hang on, let me look real fast.
That would be 36.
I thought it was 15 and 15, wasn't it? The same?
That was Dark Llama Boy who did 6. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Foxfire did 15 twice, and the first one had no message.
I'm trying to find it again in the Rumble. Sorry, hang on, please hold. There's Dark Llama Boy who did the Rumble wallet there. Scrolling. God, you guys chat a lot over there, don't you? Scrolling, more scrolling. Please hold. Talks amongst yourselves while I try to
while
find
you
them.
do that, let's cut to me. I'm gonna show you what the showdown looks like at the moment. We've got $247. That was just me including the 90 because it was times 6. $247 for the Zelda franchise, Xenoblade Saga Chronicles rather. 262, which it's still in the lead, and Dark Souls $206.97 for the Dark Souls franchise. So at the moment, Zelda is winning in this showdown.
Right, so I can't see his chat anymore because after a while it's gone. So I don't know what his previous one was. There was Marmalin who did the 30 with Rumble before, so that might have been that one as well. So thank you very much, Foxfire, for the 15. Here's more towards Zelda. And then...
Are we thinking that he did 15 before? Is that the idea?
that
We
what
just
Kay
don't
was
know.
saying?
I thought I saw 15 earlier, and there was no message.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 90. I'll put another 90 there.
Okay, thank you. And then fill in my Kraken. I'm Dark Llama Boy. Add this to Xenosaga. Okay, so Dark Llama Boy did do that Rumble wallet before. Hang on, I just saw his before. God damn, Rumble needs to work on their chat so I can find stuff easier. Okay, that was $6 with the Rumble wallet. Plus this 10 for Xenosaga.
Okay. All right, so another 36 there. Okay.
Yeah. All right,
and I see Foxfire saying in chat confirming it was 15.
Okay, gotcha
very
then.
much,
Gotcha, dog.
chat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, now we've done all the fun shits and giggles. It's all funny and giggles until someone shits while giggling. And now we gotta talk about the serious news that's going on in Europe, aka specifically United Kingdom, which none of us are from, but we're still gonna talk about it anyway. Smoking ban for people born after 2008 in the UK agreed. Now I have a BBC video for you guys to show. Kay, what does BBC stand for, by the way?
Big Black Broadcasting.
Ooh.
No. It's the British Broadcasting Corporation. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna let this play out for the first few seconds, and then I'm gonna skip around because there's a whole bunch of waffle in here we don't actually have to listen to. But just so you guys understand the gist of what's happening, because this is actually insane.
Age 17 or younger will face a lifelong ban on buying cigarettes in the UK as the tobacco and vapes bill clears Parliament. Both the Commons and the Lords have settled on a final draft of the legislation that aims to stop anyone born after the 1st of January 2009 from taking up smoking. Well, I've been speaking to our health editor, Hugh Pym, about...
And then they just yawn and talk about other shit. But what I want to get to is this crazy bit in around 1 minute. It's nuts.
Will be UK-wide and significant because it will ban anyone of those ages mentioned born on or after January the 1st, 2009, 17 or younger. That generation, and it'll be progressively the same as the years go on, will never be legally allowed to buy tobacco products, to buy cigarettes. Obviously, we're not talking about a ban on people smoking, but it's the key thing, which is banning retailers from selling them to that age.
And we shall see, but the obvious question will be about how enforceable that is likely to be.
Yes, the detail, I think, will have to be seen in terms of how it's applied, but you would guess the most responsible retailers, in the same way that they're restricted from selling alcohol, will have to make sure that they make age checks and maybe ask people for ID. But very, very significant because it's one of the first countries, as far as we know, to have gone this far. New Zealand were considering this sort of ban and then pulled back from it. So it'll be seen as a forerunner, and health campaigners, certainly in the UK and further afield, will be very pleased with this because they say it will make a big dent on the smoking habit, which is so damaging for health.
Now, I mentioned vapes in the introduction. Run me through, because a lot of focus has switched from cigarettes to vapes and the variety of issues there. So what is included in the legislation on that?
Yes, there will be restrictions on the marketing of vapes and restrictions on flavours and that sort of thing. And vaping will be banned in cars where there are children also in the cars. It'll be banned in playgrounds and outside school, but vaping...
They're banning outside.
This is crazy. Like,
Also,
inside and outside.
Restrictions on flavors. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
So
you only have
they
your
did
state-approved
in the United
flavors.
States, actually, under the first Trump administration, because vaping was taken off so quickly, especially with teens and young adults, because they blamed it on the fruity fun flavors, and like there was a whole assortment of like key lime pie or chocolate or whatever the case is. And so then they actually restricted it, and to the point where now they don't have fun flavors anymore. You get very basic ones.
Craig is a fun flavor.
We got another joke incoming.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how's it going?
You
Good, how
totally
you
just
doing?
interrupted our very serious conversation.
I had no idea because I'm busy driving, and I was just thinking of fun jokes.
Oh,
Do you want to hear one?
yeah, all right.
All right. Wow, this is specifically for you.
All right. Is it
Hey.
rolling again?
Hey, Babs,
Hey.
how does Hagrid like his tea?
Boiled?
He steeps it in a giant muggle.
Boo this man!
I'm booting him.
Boo!
I'm booting him. You're gonna be booted, sir. God damn, that's nuts.
Yeah, that was
anyway,
pretty bad.
yeah, boo this man. Anyway, all right. So Phoenix went to probably go grab himself a Pepsi, but I want to actually look at the comments because they actually make so many great points.
Disgusting.
They make so many great points. Few years later, how to deal with cigarette mafia in the UK. Which is true, because not only they're banning people, but they're banning retailers from selling, they're restricting marketing, they're restricting flavors, they're restricting this, and this, and this, and this. It's crazy. And it's like, tell kids they can't do it. That will work, which never works. I don't know. So in 20 years' time, a retailer is going to ask a 40-year-old man for an ID. Like, how does this work? Are they, like, just not going to exist anymore, these retail companies? Like, are you putting people out of business? It's a choice to buy tobacco.
I mean, basically, because as the older generation dies out, like these kids that, after 2009, they can't buy cigarettes whatsoever. And so, like, there's going to be no market because there's going to be no people buying. Obviously, there's going to be somewhat of a black market in the background because that always will exist. But for the most part, just non-existent. You're completely killing the cigarette company.
It's literally just prohibition again. You're just gonna have black markets on it. Congratulations.
This
You're not
totally
eliminating
won't
the problem.
This totally won't create a bigger black market for cigarettes and tobacco than there already is, and it's true. Like, this is nuts. Whatever happened to, like, your own right to buy what the fuck you want to buy? I mean, I know it's the United Kingdom, but don't they have some sort of freedom over there?
I just want to point something out that I noticed in that conversation, talking about banning cigarettes, talking about certain vape flavors. You know what wasn't brought up? A certain thing that they refuse to ban that comes in with a certain kind of demographic you bring into your country. Hookah.
Yes.
And why was that not mentioned in the conversation? And I'm sure if you look at the stats of hookah in the UK, that's probably increased a lot. Do you think they're going to rail against that? No, because they don't want to be mean to the minorities. Oh, no. So why don't you start by getting rid of all the people that are flooding your country before you start taking away cigarettes and other things?
Well, it's actually good that you brought that up because a lot of these diverse folks that have been imported over the years, they put up fake barbershops and fake vape shops. That's their point of contact where they usually bring the girls to do whatever they're doing. And so, like, if they're trying to sort of kind of kill the cigarette industry and the vape industry, how is that going to work for these fake vape shops? Like, obviously, there's something already going on where they're able to hide their sales and mess with the numbers to make them look legitimate. But if they're being indirectly destroyed by the government with this ban, how can they actually kind of keep that illusion up? Like, it's kind of
funny you
interesting how
say
that's
that.
gonna work.
Wasn't there a giant ass fire a couple of weeks ago on a very historical building in the United Kingdom that was a vape shop and everything?
Yes. Like, it's a well-known fact that these vape shops and barber shops, both of them, are just fronts for these grooming gangs.
Interesting. Archie, got any input on tobacco?
Well, so the reason why they're doing this is because there's an easy moral victory. And I don't know if this is going to result in a major black market, because smoking has already been viewed as immoral for quite some time. We already have fairly widespread and popular smoking restrictions in most Western countries, including the US as well, when it comes to smoking in public places, for example. This is obviously a far more extreme version because the UK cannot be out-tyrannied by any other power on Earth, obviously. But I don't know if there will be a major pushback against it. Now, of course, you can then launch into the theoretical question of what will they ban next, because they will ban something next. And that, if anything, is the larger problem, because we've gotten very accustomed to just kind of pulling our freedoms one by one. Though I do think that smoking is something that is viewed as almost universally negative, far more so than alcohol. Plus, alcohol is something that people have demonstrated they will not live without, whereas tobacco, not quite as much. Then we can expand that into like, okay, if it's bad for you, maybe we should ban it, okay, but we're legalizing weed, marijuana, we're legalizing water pipes, hookah, we're legalizing all kinds of stuff. When does it end? It's a complex discussion.
Yeah, they're setting a precedent that basically if you're born after a certain age, you can be banned from doing stuff for the rest of your life. And they already had the Online Safety Act go in last year. And that's a huge fucking scam where it's not actually protecting children. It's just more mass censorship there. So how far are they actually going to be willing to go with this now that they have this precedent? Like, it might not be immediately next year, but the thing is, they mentioned in that clip that Rishi Sunak was the one who brought in the cigarette ban under the Conservative government, and the Online Safety Act was also under the Conservative government that has started in back in 2021. Keir Starmer is finalizing all of this details, which, you know what? I'm more than happy to have Keir Starmer and Labour government take the blame. Obviously, they're not stopping it and they're help promoting it, but it just shows that the current two parties, that the two major parties within the UK are both two sides of the same coin. They're both advocating for this mass nanny state that they're imposing upon the people, and they both need to get completely thrown out and replaced. They're awful, awful parties.
I agree. And do you have anything to say about the tobacco, Phoenix? Because I actually have a perfect segue off of what Amalgamite just said.
Oh, so go. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of the whole govern me harder daddy, have you guys been seeing what the UK and Ireland are doing for PlayStation now too?
No.
No? All right. Well, there's a short here that's gonna let you explain everything, and then we have some articles too.
If you're in the UK and you own a PlayStation, get ready to verify your age. Sony has confirmed that from June 2026, UK and Ireland users will need to verify their age in order to access core social features on PlayStation. This covers party chat, voice communication, messaging, and even some in-game systems tied to interaction and user-generated content. If you want to talk to your friends while playing games, you'll need to verify who you are first. What's notable is how quickly the framing has shifted shifted in 8 months. The government isn't even hiding behind the banner of protecting children from harmful content anymore. We are now extending this into everyday communication. We've already seen similar systems rolled out on platforms like Discord, and the results haven't exactly been smooth. People will worry about where their data is going, how it's stored, and whether it's actually making anyone safer. But despite those concerns, more and more companies are moving in the same direction because of pressure to comply with the new rules. The part that gets lost in all of this is what it means day to day. For a lot of people, especially younger players, gaming isn't just about playing games. It's where they hang out, and it's how they talk to their mates. Putting barriers in front of that, even with good intentions, makes it harder to connect. It's easy enough to say, well, kids should go outside more, but if the infrastructure isn't there for them, where are they supposed to go? When something as simple as chatting to your friends starts requiring verification at every turn, it changes the whole social dynamic, and when it inevitably has a long-term negative ripple, I wonder who the government will blame. If you're...
That's kind of crazy. Arch, your first thoughts after hearing that?
Again, inevitable. This is, what we've got to realize is that the internet that we had was always going to be temporary. All things are when the government is involved. They will simply chisel away one freedom after the other until there is nothing left, and we are left standing there wondering how the hell we got to this. And, I mean, I don't even think there's a fix for this anymore. It seems to just be the nature of governance. As even if you push back against it once, like with the Discord thing, for example, they put it on the back burner for 6 months, then they announce it again, people don't react as strongly, they get it through. People still attack as strongly, 6 months more. Just kind of keeps going. I've almost kind of given up on this, and I'm just waiting for it to get so bad that people will reset all of it now.
Amalgamate?
Basically the same take as Arch, honestly. He brought up the fact that they keep on having referendums on it. That's how the EU handles their regulations. Just, if the people don't vote for it, they try again, over and over again. They're trying to bring all this censorship into the United States as well. Like, this is a whole global initiative that they have here, where they want to regulate everyone. The UK is just the beginning of it because of their political system. And their parties and how they're set up. But the EU is just as bad. Australia, New Zealand are just as bad. Canada, and America's like the last bastion, you could maybe argue, because our culture is so different compared to the other more European-based, part of the Commonwealth. Well, technically the EU is not part of the Commonwealth, but you know what I mean here. European sensibilities. But even still, there is that push within America itself. This is a not something that can be solved by simply just talking about it online and just simple voting, but it's gonna take a long time to just get there, and we can only just do our best.
What I thought was interesting at the very last bit of that short was he mentioning how, like, kids should just go outside and play. But then there's a really great comment here. It says, kids should go outside more. Have you built more safety crossings, parks, and given parents more time and support with the kids? No, we're just forcing everyone to give us their personal details for free.
Why would
so
okay,
true.
As a British citizen, let's be realistic here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we know, look, you can censor their speech, anything, and I'm speaking as a Canadian, I see it here as well. They are very limp-wristed. They're not going to stand up to their government. The point of time that they should have stood up to their government was finding out that for over a decade, there have been rape gangs that are capturing their children. That is the point in which you would have stood up. They're not going to stand up to PlayStation chat censorship. So when we talk about go outside, what sensible adult sends their child outside in the UK? Honestly speaking, what person in the UK feels safe to go outside, let alone letting your children go outside? So the fact that this person was doing the touch grass argument just pissed me off to no degree. It's like, really, we're gonna cry over Sony censoring, which I'm fully against, for the record. We all know this. I'm fully against chat censorship. I love Call of Duty lobbies. I'm just saying, like, if Britain wanted to stand up, the point was when you found out that your daughters and sons are getting raped and your government doesn't care. And they continue to import the people that are doing it to you.
And they cover it up, and then the police also cover it up in the UK. Like, it's all just one happy-go-lucky thing. And
I'm an
it's happening here,
Anglophile,
too.
so I will defend my British, my British friends here. In the UK's defense, they have voted for the right-wing party for decades now, over and over, and have voted constantly against immigration. In fact, like Conservatives who were in charge for 14 years, they kept on selling people lives based off that too. And then part of it was Brexit, though that was mostly against the EU and their importations, which was only handled by name only. And then Boris brought in more, which is why it's called the Boris wave in the past 5 to 6 years. But the people have constantly voted against it. It's just that to do the extreme action of not voting, that is something that the Western world has not been able to support because it's violence, right? Like it's taboo to support violence for good reason. And so it's like, okay, so you just got to keep on voting your way out of this. And that's exactly what they've tried to do every single time. The only reason why Labor won is because nobody voted. Like the if I remember correctly, because this was a couple years ago now, the statistics for how many people showed up was like 33% of people voted or something like that. A third of the country did, and it mostly was the Londoners were. So that's going to be where the Labor stronghold is, as well as the immigrants. It's people have kind of given up from the voting aspect, but now they do at least have Restore Britain, and that should bring the change at least in 2029, which I do firmly believe is their last chance. And if Restore Britain can't get in with Rupert Lowe, then it probably will turn into a non-voting answer.
That's bleak.
Hooray! It's 100% correct, sadly, and you're extremely knowledgeable. That's very well put. I think people need to hear all that. And the thing is that simply on YouTube, we cannot say what the real solution is. That is all it is at the end of the day. I think people understand what that solution is, and we are all put in a position that we can't say it on a platform like this.
Yep.
Well, actually, here's the thing. Firstly, the turnout was 60%, so it wasn't actually that big of a deal. It was a drop of like 8% odd. But that, I do believe, is actually the non-voting solution. The zero-seat push in the UK was a brilliant example of the populace actually rejecting the conservative fake alternative, which at that point, of course, the Conservatives were literally run by Rishi Sunak at that point. So the Conservative British Party is run by, in essence, an Indian. And now there's Rupert Lowe. Now, if Rupert Lowe also fails, then, we can look for further alternatives. But what's that? Restore? That was Restore, yes. The R words. They need to stop it with the goddamn R words. It's risen to like 9% in the polls in a couple of months. I am not going to get completely blackpilled yet. We'll see.
Phoenix, you got anything?
I'm just going to go back to the well that I always go back to is like everyone talks about politics and stuff, and I'm the culture guy, right? Everything goes back to culture. And if you have a sick culture, you have a sick society. And I've been saying this for decades. No one did anything, and so you have the feminization of an entire population. Men have become extraordinarily weak. So you're hoping that older generations save your ass. No one's going to do that because your youth is lost and captured. No one did anything about that. I will always say that the fix is not politics. The fix and the solution is in culture. If you change the culture surrounding you, then you get things back like having love for your country, having love for your culture and your ways and the religion that you have and the holidays and festivals that you have. But when you let that fester and you ignore it and you just let it be captured by this entity out there, you get this. And so you're seeing everyone's will just kind of plummet down and everyone looks lost and confused because the culture is gone. You're seeing a culture being eroded and erased everywhere you go. And what do you know it? The politics follow through with that. And you're seeing now what feels like this authoritarian grip come down on everybody. So for me, the solve to all of this is fix your culture first. Everything will come. Everything will be remedied after that.
How do you fix your culture when you're getting steamrolled by third world country mentality? I'm genuinely asking. This is not confrontational. I just, the amount of flooding we get of other cultures, how do you actually fix your
You
culture
got there
when you're
because of a sick-
overwhelmed?
You got there because of a sick culture. If you are at a proud culture, you wouldn't have never let that happen. You would have never let anyone put a different flag up. None of this would have happened. The culture got extremely sick. Everyone got too wealthy, too successful, and everyone stopped parenting, stopped checking in on things. They didn't encourage their kids to go into the arts. They didn't encourage any of that stuff, and they handed it off to a regime, essentially, an agenda-driven regime, and so this is what you have. Sadly, you're going to lose now, but it's way, way too late to get this fixed. But you got to start putting it in now. That way, 200 years from now or 100 years from now, we can get this turned around.
I'm gonna partially disagree with you here, because I believe it was political first, then cultural that has occurred. It's been imposed upon the whole entire Western world since the end of World War II. That has done, like, it's ever thanks to a funny mustache man. It's not okay to be white. Like, being proud of your country, being a nationalist is considered bad. Enjoying your culture is considered bad and taboo. And that's mostly from the political shift from the top. In America, more specifically, it's the 60s that really started ramping this up with the civil rights, the Hart-Celler Act, and various other things to disenfranchise white people specifically, to uphold minorities and women because they were seen as oppressed. But women didn't vote to go in the workforce. They were actually strongly against it, but it was once again opposed by the politicians. Same with like the civil rights, that was highly unpopular, but they were enforced by literally by gunpoint for desegregation. It's the politics that have forcefully changed the culture, which has turned it into what it is today. And now this is where the whole partial part comes in. I do think the culture is changing, at least on the online, as people are realizing that they've been lied to and the propaganda has been existing for the past 60 to 80 years. But that will be the change through that culture and that push. But that's more the people kind of rising and not against this liberal ideology.
I think we're using the wrong terms here across the board, because I think what you mentioned there at the end is the real root, liberalism, because this hasn't to do with whiteness specific, because this is an American view. White culture is not a monolith. Europe, America, even within America, etc. But all of our cultures have one thing in common, and that is that they are all based upon the fundamental principles of liberalisms, as culture is the foundation and we have politics downstream. However, liberalism does not have an argument against the ever more extreme view of liberalism. That's where our problems stem from. We cannot fix our culture because our culture is inherently weak to the argument of, but I just want greater liberties for more people. So, if anything, what we need is a full-scale reform of that liberalist fundament, and then build a culture upon that. Or simply just introduce a form of masculine liberalism. That would be the best way of preserving a culture, by simply saying, okay, no, our principles actually end here and here. Our liberties extend to us and our own and not to everyone.
All right, Phoenix, do you want to get some supers while I grab more supers? Because you guys have been crazy on the Rumble side.
Sure. 1 second.
That got terribly serious and politically philosophical all of a sudden. I am sorry.
It's an important discussion. I'm glad that the two of you were able to articulate your points so well. And Phoenix as well, like, great points. It's a discussion that we have to kind of pussyfoot around at the end of the day, because I think there's a lot of answers that we know deep down that just cannot be said out loud. And I'm in a country where I would get arrested if I fully said what I had to say, truly.
Well, to change things up to a little bit more happy, Thomas Wada 1465 says, Kay is correct about the girl next door thing. When a new Sydney Sweeney fanfic, when's a new Sydney Sweeney fanfic coming out? I won't vote for peasant console games. Hi, Arch and Mal. By the way, someone was nice enough to make a droopy dog Sydney Sweeney.
That's
Thank
wild.
You know, I agree on the girl next door thing, because like the Megan Fox example that Blabs brought up, like Megan Fox is a result of the old kind of Hollywoodian guard, where the women were supposed to be very like put together, perfected, like the sharp cheekbones, etc. More chiseled in a way. Whereas Sydney Sweeney just looks like a normal woman in many ways, which to many feels just more appealing because it isn't the artifice. It is just a woman who happens to have a really good rack.
Us Lies says UK smoking law gonna fail. Smoke cartel coming soon. Kids smoking more dangerous. Drugs more criminal activity around it. Al Capone 2.0. Thank you. Us. Okay. And
you're right there, Phoenix.
yeah. Lone Wolf 126 says for 5, with all the crime issues in the UK, outlawing smoking is the priority. Seems legit. Thank you. Ken for 10 says, still waiting for my Rumble Wallet tip to arrive for Zelda. Okay, 10 for Zelda.
So I'm still inputting all these tips and stuff.
That's fine. I got you, dog. All right, thank you very much. But okay.
Okay. All right, I'm up now. Okay, let me do. Gaia for 20 says, Dark Souls is one of the best games I've ever played. 2 is horrid. Only the mentally ill like it. 3 is immaculate. Zelda has given me some of my favorite games ever, including Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Gotta say Zelda. Bike Shorts says, rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. I think about her every time I hit the hookah. Thanks. A Day in the Life for 2 says, Canada has a black market for cigs. Bans don't work, no?
You can't take my menthols away from me.
You
I
tell
mean,
him,
what?
okay? You tell him. What turns Hagrid on? A bit of Fang. Legend of Zelda for me. That's gross. That's a dog. That's some weird bestiality shit. Wasp for 10 says, I don't know if we got this one or not, but America tried doing this with alcohol during Prohibition, and the consequence was the rise of the mafia. England's about to have a massive bootlegging industry and a new Cray Brothers crew.
I think more terrifying is what's coming next. What is coming next? They're going to ban.
Yeah, because I agree with Arch. Yeah. Like, there's really, maybe because I'm biased because of my American culture here, but young people just don't smoke. Like, maybe vape, but even then that was cracked down back during the first Trump administration. It's really not that popular for young people to smoke. I'm sure there'll be some sort of black market, but it's not going to be as crazy as people think, like with alcohol.
Mal agrees with Arch because Mal is basically just a smaller version of Arch.
I was groomed by you specifically, so what did you expect?
Oh my.
That is true.
Mercenary for 5 says, UK breaking the internet will bring back the rise of arcades if gamers can't be online anymore. That is the optimist in me talking. It's an interesting point.
That is the optimist.
Yeah. Gold for 20 says, thankfully I didn't want GTA yesterday. Too much debauchery for my liking. Like all other normal men, I have rules to follow. Take this 20, Queen K.
It's going to Zelda, baby. Thank you.
A question for 10 says, Phoenix needs to watch a bunch of damn Cassidy videos.
When a pregnant woman fights someone while swimming, she technically becomes Pacific Rim. Don't know why Melee K wants to know about this. Phoenix, you can choose where this goes. John Kanji for $25.
Only if she has twins, because Pacific Rims were twice, 2 people.
Anyway.
I needed to paint that out.
25 for where?
25 for Zelda, and hardest to pronounce Wild. I'm very familiar with those videos. Thank you, brother.
She says, because he does some really deep dives into how we've gotten to where we are in the U.S. And he means Damon. She means Damon Cassidy. Thank you for those. Game Hunter for 2 says, I need Rebel Wilson and Melissa McCarthy in the movie, or I'm cooked. Aging Anne Hathaway. Phantom for 10 says, we are in the bad times created by weak men.
Bingo.
Hippie Tree Hugger for 20 says this. So they're banning tobacco and not hookah. Just Googled hookah and it used to smoke flavored tobacco called shisha.
Shisha, yeah.
This is for Zelda. 20 for Zelda. Hippie Tree Hugger for 5 says Kay is not communist, just her government. I got Sonic R for Christmas the year it came out. This is for Zelda. 5 for Zelda.
Thank you, Hippie Tree Hugger. Finally, someone defending my honor.
Okay, real quick, you had said something about Sonic R being released and updated. What were you talking about?
There's a movement of decompiling games. So essentially what you do is you make them native to PC, which means that your frame rates will run better. Yeah, so it's a difference of pretty much it'll run natively on your actual computer. and you're able to mod it better. You're able to have more unrestricted frames. You can move window size. Like there's a lot of opportunity with that. It's running directly from your system versus through like an emulator.
Okay.
You still need the ROM for it and everything, but it's just pretty much saying it's a better way to play the game.
Neon Strife for 20 says, this is for Auto Meow. Don't tell Mal she's not a cat lady. 20 for Xenosaga for the Foxu. Thank you. Arctic Wind for 20 says, I'm in the same boat as Melee K for having to be careful on what to say because of being in Canada. For Zelda, 20 for Canada, or Zelda, I should say, not 20 for Canada. Wasp for 20 says, this film isn't very historically accurate, but Britain must watch The Patriot. The principles of the film are brilliant. Mel Gibson's character tried every peaceful option before being pushed to fight. I watched that in the 8th grade. It was pretty scarring when that bowling ball cannon took out that guy's leg. That's the thing I remember the most. I'm like, oh!
Of course it is.
Commodore Fan for 2 says, plenty of younger people still vape, like my niece in her late 20s, but I'm seeing a lot of younger people move to flavored nicotine pouches. I think all of it's nasty.
Yeah, but again, like none of this matters because again, like once this is the wrong thinking because it's just like, okay, well, I don't care. No one smokes. Great. Well, then they're going to take away something very soon that you do like.
Yep.
Like guaranteed.
You don't care until you do.
And I would argue the biggest killer in the world is not cigarettes, it's sugar. I would probably argue that, and alcohol. Maybe those are coming.
All right, for $50, Gold Soul Ninja. Legend of Zelda is something I will stand by with. Too many knaves expire in Dark Souls and try too hard to break the rules of the afterlife. That is $50 for Zelda. Thank you very much. By the way, where are we at right now, Phoenix?
Yeah.
Just so we have a clear understanding.
Yeah, absolutely. So I will remind you, if you're using Rumble Wallet, because when you see these numbers, don't worry, you can catch up real quick because if you donate with your Rumble Wallet, it will be times 6. I mean, that's a huge jump. So what we got is $509 for the Legend of Zelda franchise, the good and the bad of those games, versus Dark Souls, the franchise, at $206.97. And just for shits and giggles, Xenoblade Chronicles at $328. Wow. It is in second place right now.
Beating Dark Souls. Who would have thought? All right, so before we get into gaming history, because I know, Kay, you're kind of running on time today, right? I want to make sure. I want to make sure we get to this story for Phoenix, because I did say it out loud before. But Phoenix, did you know that Resident Evil Requiem is the best-selling game of the USA so far in 2026?
That makes me very happy. That makes me very, very happy to hear. And a lot of people love that game, and it's not. I'm really happy that the Resident Evil series is like still running strong. And it's a game that doesn't have microtransactions. There's no ways of. It's not a live service game. This is a one-player game, and it makes me very, very happy.
Has anyone else here played Requiem yet?
No,
not yet.
No? Nope. All right. Well,
is this the newest one that looks ridiculous? I don't even want to spoil some of the stuff I saw, where people are pairing big objects, and it makes no sense. Oh, that makes sense. Fast and the Furious, Resident Evil. No wonder Phoenix likes it so much.
Bingo.
That makes a lot of sense now.
Yes.
There you go.
Right. Let me hit up some more supers before we get into gaming history. Marksman for $9.99 says, Arch, how goes friendship with benefits? Have figured out if you will stream it on the hub or upload a vid pretending it's just MLP. Can't wait for Father Gregory to punish Mal for abandoning him. DS. Dark Souls.
I'm probably gonna have to record it because I don't see any other way to upload it that it wouldn't get smacked. And even uploading it's a little dodgy, so we'll see.
All right, hang on. Putting more in right now. Okay. Dan, Zelda all the way for 20. Thank you very much. And then Commodore Fan just came in with 2. Says, to be clear, I'm not for banning smoking, vaping, etc., except in closed public spaces. I just think it's nasty and we should educate people to its effects it can cause and let them make their own choices. I agree with that. Yes. And then, holy shit. All right, let me grab some boobs. Boop. Okay, fellow countrymen, fight back against this silly competition. Donate for the greatest Foxu, all to Xenosaga. We must fight back against the rigged election that Marcus Phoenix has started. He used alt accounts to make the silly Game Boy win. $100 for Xenosaga. That's crazy.
Not true.
That's crazy. All right, so he's gone now. Look at that. Amazing. He just dipped. So there he is. Can you go and put $5 on the 5 minutes on the clock, please? Because we're going to go into gaming history and then we're going to wind this up real fast.
Okay, again, just real quick before I start this clock, just a reminder, if you use Rumble Wallet, whatever you donate is 6 times the amount. So this is like your cheat code, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The clock is starting now.
Yeah.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
Snape is white, fucktards!
To use that asset today because there's rumors about race swapping Gilderoy Lockhart. So anyway, today, everybody, is the day that Kay loses her mind. Or maybe not. Who knows? April 22nd, we have Double Dragon releasing in Japan in 1987. We have... What? Wait, a Star Fox card?
It's the middle one. That's the big trouble here.
Oh my
they
god.
are.
You guys are going to see this list and you're going to understand why I'm screaming like a dog right now. No.
Yeah.
Double Dragon, yes.
Uh-huh.
The rest? What?
Star Fox Guard released on the Wii U in 2016. It was revolutionary. Best Star Fox game ever. Phoenix 2026. And then Mortal Kombat 11 was released in 2019. Ta-da!
Just for funsies, Blab, just so you understand, that Star Fox Guard was a free game that came with Star Fox Zero, arguably, and really not arguably, the worst Star Fox game ever. And it came with essentially what was a concept disc of
That sounds like a great game.
You play a security camera specialist, literally a security camera specialist.
Revolutionary. Definitely
One
need to
might
be on
say.
this list then. Absolutely,
Didn't
wholeheartedly.
even realize it was another Star Fox game. I thought they killed the franchise.
Okay, I want to hold on Double Dragon for a second. Double Dragon, incredible. Thank you for including that on the list. It absolutely deserves to be there. And we sadly lost the creator recently, so rest in peace. But Double Dragon is absolutely incredible, deserves recognition today. The rest of your list, I want to throw in a trash can really aggressively and scream in the next couple of hours.
I miss 2002 FIFA World Cup.
You missed Pokemon
definitely
Diamond and Pearl. Hold on, now I'm the one freaking out. What do you mean you skipped Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum?
Was it
What is wrong with you,
revolutionary?
Blabs?
Red and blue are a lot more revolutionary.
Good point, Blabs.
But
I'm letting this list speak for itself. Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Hey, what about right below that? Persona 3!
Persona 2 is a lot better, I hear.
What are you saying?
No, Blabs does have a good point. 2 is arguably the better. I think it really fucking hit the fan. It's a Dark Souls 2 of Persona. Really dropped in quality.
Double Dragon, #1 choice on this list. I agree, Retro. Persona 3 tied for first, but okay, second choice. What?
And then we have Nier.
Nier.
Nier Replicant. I'm sorry, dogs can hear you, but I can't. What are you saying over there, Kay?
Oh, you picked it over DCS World. Come on, if we're putting a revolutionary
PC
as the
master race
standard
over
here.
I think DCS Land was the better one. I think World was. I think
I
jumped
preferred
the shark.
Underworld, to be honest with you, Arch.
Good point.
Yeah. Then we have Demon Gaze, which is probably what I'm giving Kay right now. Anyway,
when I was Soul Calibur, though, I've never played it myself. I got another Star Fox, though I've never played Star Fox either, but like it's just Blabs, you're doing this on purpose. Like
no,
your
me
whole point is to
never, never.
like troll. You're
I don't
doing this
live
just
for
to
anarchy.
troll.
Star Fox Zero is a bag of shit.
Here's the thing, okay? This list already makes me extremely angry, okay? I've already seen like 10 games that should have been on there instead of Mortal Kombat 11 and Star Fox Guard. Not only that, but you took the free game that got packaged with Star Fox Zero and you nominated that over Star Fox Zero, which is not like a fantastic game, but if you were gonna give a shout out to Star Fox, it could have at least been Zero.
Kay,
And
I don't
that's
mean
the
to
part
educate.
that, like, really tisms me.
No, okay, I don't mean to educate you, but really everyone did buy the game for the security camera game of Star Fox. That is true.
You're 100% correct. Here's a fun fact about Star Fox Zero. I actually was at PAX the year that this game was a big deal, and
really? Wow.
Nintendo had actual physical R-Wings that you could play the demo in. It was super cool.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
And I hope if they do another Star Fox, they do that. And
Big rumor that is, yeah.
I don't want to gloss over Soul Calibur Lost Swords. Some people might be like, what the hell is that? Because it's not a commonly known game. This was that weird free-to-play game that actually got pulled offline. So you can only really see it through videos. Hopefully somebody has made a way to play it some way or shape or form, but I don't think so. But this is another example of lost media and the importance of preserving that, because you can't play this game, to my knowledge, anymore. Soul Calibur Lost Swords.
I would argue that Soul Calibur Found Swords was the better game, and so I actually think that this is probably a good list.
I have trained you well. Thank you. There's also the Huntsman Winter's Curse.
Jump off a cliff after the show.
Mortal Kombat 11, which I put on the list. Wonder Boy, which is basically Phoenix's name in alter accounts.
Thank you.
Asha in the Monster World.
Actually, I do want to make an observation. Blabs, I do love that you put Mortal Kombat 11, the Switch port of Mortal Kombat 11.
That's right. That's right. It was revolutionary. And
It is.
then we have Tides of Tomorrow was released today.
Was the World Ends With You also today, or am I misremembering that?
Yes.
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
That's an
At the very top.
incredible
of the
underrated game. Like that game deserves some love. And I think that's stuck on portable now. I don't know if I've played that anywhere else but portable.
I gotta be honest, I thought it was a banger of a list. What do you think,
That might have
Arch?
been your best.
I think this is one of the worst lists I've ever witnessed, and I was there for 11/11 and 11/21, as in you missing Skyrim and every Nintendo game known to man, and this is in the top 5 worst lists that I've ever witnessed in my life.
But that wasn't even the release date for Skyrim.
What are you? What?
Yeah.
11/11. It's what?
Yeah, wasn't there the one that GameFAQs had Skyrim on the list, but
Nope.
it actually wasn't released that day?
Blabs
and
is
then
right
it
on
was
this.
the day after where the Skyrim was, but I didn't put it on the list anyway because I was like, listen, it's not the day anymore.
That's true. No, I did. I remember fact checking that, Blabs. I was
Thank
there with you.
No.
So anyway, the timer is
Timer's
gone.
done.
Yeah, it's gone. So I'm just gonna grab these supers, and that's it, guys. That is the cutoff for the showdown. Tabit Hash on Kick rated or hosted, I should say. So thank you very much for the host/raid. Commoner Fan for 2 says, hot take, I don't care what anyone on the entire planet says, but Pokemon is one of the most overrated game, anime, card, etc. franchises to have existed in humanity. Fuck it, let it burn a fire. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, it's literally the biggest franchise in the world, isn't it? Like #1 selling.
Easily
past-
one of, if not.
Yeah.
10 years has been rough. Okay, I'm not going to deny that as the resident Pokemon fan here. But the old games are good. The art is absolutely gorgeous for the Pokemon cards. Like, it's listen, okay, it's fine. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna make this worse for you because I think Digimon's better, but Pokemon still deserves some respect.
Thank you.
I'm
I
just
will,
pro
I will
Digimon.
take that. At least it's some moral support.
We're half allies in this.
Gold for 20 says, real list is Double Dragon, Pokemon DPP, and Soul Calibur Lost Swords. This
Found
list is a
sword.
dog dookie. I gotta be honest, I think you're a dog dookie. Take that, but thank you for the 20.
Yeah, but thank you very much for your donation and then insult that came with it.
He might like being insulted, you never know.
Oh, okay.
Reese for 1 says, my cat looked at Mortal Kombat 11 and hissed at the screen.
Or the Switch, remember the
Yeah, it was a Switch port.
Switch release.
Switch port.
Yeah, the worst release. There's
7
a
frames per
different-
second, yeah.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
and that's why I put it
different
on
team
the
that does
list,
it.
though.
I
'cause
can't
it was
with this.
revolutionary.
Okay, you gotta
It was
get good
important.
when you've got a low frame rate, and really, so that makes you the best Mortal Kombat. Really, when you think about it.
God.
Okay, when you
Right.
really think about it, it's the best one.
I can't.
All right, so Amalgamite, where can the people find you?
YouTube, Kick, and Rumble. That's where I stream.
Our links are down below, guys.
Yep.
Arch, where can the people find you?
YouTube and Kick on Archcast, the Archcast, where just this weekend we'll have another installment of the Vampire the Masquerade campaign, in which Amalgamite features as well as a crazy vampire Nazi cat girl.
Yeah. I really like throwing minorities in the gas chambers on and we're literally role playing though. Obviously, literally role playing.
Should I be afraid or should I be excited? Because a part of me is like, that's incredible. A part of me is like, wait, I'm one of them. I need to run.
It
She's
depends.
only
I like
shot
you so
her
far.
fellow
I gotta
whites
call my
so
brother.
far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly in the back.
I want to witness this though. I would love to see that.
She has literally not aggressed upon a single minority in the entire campaign, only her fellows.
All right.
Yeah, I've had such shit fucking roles so far. It's been abysmal. But maybe I'm actually secretly a communist.
So anyway, speaking of communists, Kay, where can people find you?
Damn it! I am Melee K, one half of Melee Games, and tonight it's Fuck Bitches Play Hots Night. We're playing Heroes of the Storm tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun around 7 p.m. PST, and we did look at Pragmata the other day, and James did a very good reenactment of the scene that is making all women want to have babies, so I recommend you look at that if you want a little chuckle. Melee Games, you can find us pretty much everywhere.
So
if I can mention one last thing, sorry. I keep talking about Turtle WoW when I'm on here. So James and I are actually going to be doing a community event in our Discord May 9th, Saturday. I'll mention it again when I'm on again. But if you guys want to play Turtle WoW and kind of send it off and you loved it, come hang out with us. Anyone of any level is welcome. We're just going to shoot the shit in Turtle WoW. We're playing Horde. All the details are in my server, and let's just talk about Warcraft and when it was good.
And for those of you on Rumble, I did put Amalgamites and Melee K's Rumble links over there, and then Arch's YouTube because he's not on Rumble, and then everyone on YouTube, their YouTube links are there, so basically I feed you guys where you want to go. And let me get some supers real fast. The Article Dropout for 2K, you can actually get The World's End with you on Switch. There's a sequel too.
What, really? Okay, I'm going to go buy that later today. Thank you.
John Kanji for 5 says, I traded Star Fox Guard the other day after it came out to GameStop and got $3 for it. Not even kidding. Look at that. Talk about revolutionary and timely.
And
right there.
yeah, financially successful too. A great trade. Absolutely.
Yeah. Way to go. I hope you got yourself a pack of gum with that. Anyway, tomorrow, everybody, Lunduke Journal is joining us, and I think Craig will be back from the dead. I'm not really sure. But before we go, we do have to announce the winner. So, Phoenix.
We do.
Who has won?
I'm going to show you a couple things real quick. Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong button. Right now, $529 for the Legend of Zelda franchise, handedly beating Dark Souls franchise, which has $216.96. But yes. Wait. The real second place winner is with $428 is Xenosaga. So believe it or not, folks, the winner is Zelda. Now, before I cut to the little winning animation, I just want to show you real fast. I want to go to this bracket here just to show you what's kind of going on here. So first we had Mario and Sonic with a big upset. Sonic won. Then today we did Zelda and Dark Souls. So Sonic and Zelda will be going head-to-head soon. The other day we did GTA and Halo won. So tomorrow we're going to find out who the next two competitors are. But anyway, in the meantime, the winner is, of course, Zelda. To speak on behalf of Zelda, I'm going to throw it over to Kay.
Congratulations, Zelda. You won, and you deserve it. What are we at, 40 years of Zelda? Something insane. This is one of the games that got a lot of people into gaming. Highly deserves it. Whether you're a fan of A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, anything really, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, you usually have some good stuff. And I'll even say Breath of the Wild fans as well. I'll recognize you. It's a good series. Zelda's great. Also, go watch the cartoon. It's great.
You talking about like the 90s one? Excuse me, Princess. You talking about that one?
I marathoned it recently. I love
right.
it. There's one episode where you deal with like a clone of her, a Dark Zelda. Ooh, she can get it.
Well, what's your thoughts on the live action that's been in the works?
I kind of wish it was all animated. Like I wish they went one way or the other, but I think it could be good. It looks like it's pretty promising. So I'm gonna try to take off the lens of it should have been animated and just go in it good faith, and I think it'll be a good time.
No,
I want a live-action Metroid. That's what I want.
That would be good, too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Amalgamate, did I just step on you there?
It's okay. I was gonna say, like, I usually hate, like, live action, like, everything at this point in time. It just feels like cheap slop because they can't make anything original. Like, we talked about Devil Wears Prada, too, and, like, I've never seen the first one, but I was like, you're like the 20-year-old movie and you're bringing a second one because you don't know what else to make. I just feel like they're doing the same thing with live action, but based off the casting and the fact they're in New Zealand, which is a beautiful place to do the recording of it, I think I have a little glimmer of hope there that it could actually possibly be good. Hopefully, since Nintendo is super involved with it, but we'll see.
I think it's gonna be good.
All right, guys, so that wraps it up for today. Again, like I was saying before, we do have Lunduke join us tomorrow, and potentially, most likely, 100% Craig will be back by then. He's currently driving on the road, which is why he wasn't here today, or, he died. Either one. All right, guys, that's it for today. Everyone's links are down below. So remember, people are going to try to keep it down. Don't let them. You guys got to go get it. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Fatality.